SAT, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Cool. Yeah, for some odd reason, I had that weird thing after I installed mods. You know what it was? It was like telling me to click this side over here, and I didn't see that. So, I don't know. Silverbot, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. You know, I wonder if... my activity feed is all messed up. I wonder if... Nope, Silverbot followed. That shows now. Okay. Huh. Strange. Stefano Tina, good to see you.
Oh, I didn't whisper you, did I, Gunny?
Oh, crap. Hold on. There you go. You guys can see the other side of Stevie now. There he is. Such a cutie. So, 2 subs in this game. Top tier, it's 5s and 6s. And the subs are divved with the destroyer. That doesn't sound dirty at all.
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. So, why are you going into B here at this stage, SAT?
B was close by, and I figure since it's a down tier match, I could probably get away with more stuff than I normally can.
Okay. Now, I mean, the Icarus is quite the powerful little destroyer, right? It's got short duration smoke, it's got short hydro, but it lasts for a very long time, 3 minutes of duration. Now, there is something in the B cap, so you popped your hydro in anticipation of that.
Yep. I'm also looking around to see what destroyers is not spotted, so process of elimination.
So Gata is spotted on the other side, so that's Mitsuki or the Farragut. That's at B. If it's the Mitsuki, he'll have a slight spotting advantage on you. And it is because the Farragut's at the A side.
Yep. Since the div spawns together, that means Mutsuki is the only possible destroyer left.
Right.
And I actually use the island here. Like, my concealment covers almost the entire cap, so I know where roughly the Mutsuki is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he like went straight into the island, didn't he? There he is.
Oh.
The ironic thing is, if you went straight to the island, you would have detected him with your hydro.
That is true, but I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
No, you would be depending on your team to do something about that. You've been using a new mod lately. It tells when friendlies are spotted. Yes, it is very helpful. I'm using that right now. And now, look at that. Now you can use your hydro push into him. And just like that, you broke his engines. It's going to hold him steady for those torps to come in, isn't it?
Oh,
Doing.
Yes. Big mistake from that Mitsuki here.
And then...
Not just that, I mean, it's clueless. Actually clueless.
It was bad to go right into the island to begin with, and then the smoke is just a sign of a very inexperienced player. You smoked right up in front of them.
Ooh, thanks for the containers.
Well, and then now, I mean, a Wild New York appeared. I'm sure you weren't expecting him, but you just casually smoked. I'm curious why you decided to torp like that. You figure he's just going to keep sailing straight?
Oh, yeah. Low tiers.
Oh, and you also paid him too, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Of course.
Now, this is smart. You're using the smoke to disengage. Well, it doesn't matter. Kaze no Sori, hello. How are you? Just want to make sure you guys can hear SAT okay, you can hear Grunty okay. If not, let me know. I'll change volumes.
I think you should be reported for unsportsmanlike behavior. You playing tier 6 is like seal clubbing. That's not okay.
No, what do you think I do? Hello?
I mean, it's tier 6, so, you know, whatever.
Not my fault I don't have free XP to go to the next ship.
Blasting time and ops with clanmates? Yeah, that makes sense. Ops is a great way to grind. Oh, it's a great way to grind up
Operations, though.
ships. Yeah.
Always great. Always a reliable way to grind too.
And also, Grunty, in the very next game after this, I got detonated.
So.
So
Yeah.
just because two bad things happen, you think it pulls it out, it makes it okay again?
Well, I also got detonated, like, in that game. I was fighting another Mutsuki for some reason, and I almost killed him until one of his shells detonated me at 75% exactly.
Oh, nice.
What?
That's back.
So yeah,
You-
I got paid. I got paid back in karma.
There you go. You tried airship escort for the first time last night. It's fun, but you know, you have to expect your teammates to be even more derpy than in randoms. So
Victory is in sight.
we played that a bit at the start of the stream. Oh,
Uh,
look, a sub.
A secondary battleship in escort is really fun. Because it's like they have to get the airships moving, and you can just sit there, bow in, and let your secondaries do the work.
So I'm curious, SAT, why did you like not try to kill the sub more in a sense? You just kind of kept on sailing away.
I was in no position to actually get him. He is literally passing behind me, and I would have to do a 270 to really get him because of the island on the left. And
Right.
I would also run into New Mexico and Iron Duke, so I was figured not worth it.
Right, because you got these two battleships that are there. I just want to point that out, that it's important for people to think about, you know, yes, you're a destroyer, and yes, historically, destroyers killed subs. In this game, not so much the case. In this game, you know, maybe they can, but the problem is that you can give up an awful lot in order to try to make that happen. So it was definitely the right play just to ignore the sub for the time being. Sadly, you have to hope that the three battleships that all have range to drop their ASW would do so, and I don't think that that happened.
I would have pressed my button once though. It might have been a little bit too far away, but you might have gotten some splash damage.
I did
He
press
did.
it as soon as I
Yeah?
saw
Oh,
him,
my
but I
bad
was,
then.
yeah.
Yep.
I know it was a bit far away, but
It's worth a try,
No.
absolutely.
Yep, Grunty, you're correct. I gave it a try, but unfortunately he's just too far.
The other problem is that there's another sub, and as you can see, he's desperately trying to ping you in your smoke. Yeah, that's true, Cthulhu. How you doing, by the way? This is definitely an appropriate song for SAT. Everybody wants to rule the world. Now you can't spot anymore, so you might as well get out and spot for yourself and just torp and kill the new mechs, right? Now A is being captured, which means that one of the subs or both of the subs have surfaced in the A cap. But interestingly enough, it feels like you're okay with that because they'll just kill your... Oh, you're shooting. I figured you would just let them kill your battleships. Because at this point, you're so far ahead on ships.
I do. But at the same time, I don't like subs.
Okay.
Understandable. Have a great day. Truly understandable.
Since New Mexico is distracted here, I decide to open fire.
He is definitely ignoring you in favor of shooting another battleship while he's sitting broadside to both of the battleships. So yeah, why not?
Like, if you want to get good at destroyer gameplay, you have to understand when to open fire. Like, yeah, New Mexico shot me earlier, but this time his turrets are clearly pointing towards Congo, so I can
right.
open fire for free.
Now here, I don't think you needed to smoke. You were probably worried about secondaries.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also have like 6 smokes, and I already burned 3 or 4 of them, so I didn't mind.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking,
what is
if you,
left? What he needs smokes for, right? Like they
yeah.
don't help him against the subs.
But I figured you would have smoked earlier, you know, just because you had the smoke. So, you know.
Thought about it.
And then he's like,
Enemy
nah.
battleship destroyed.
All right. Well, unfortunately, the subs didn't kill all your battleships yet. They just killed one of them. Actually, no, they didn't kill any of them. Iron Duke is still running away.
Kind of unfortunate, but that's what you expect from newer sub players.
Yep. At least he told you where he is right now with the ping. So now you can just sail that way and, you know, go grab a sandwich or something while you wait for you to catch up. Have you guys noticed? Go ahead.
Icarus was pretty nice to handle. Like, you have that 2.5 second rudder shift. It's amazing.
Yes, and the improved acceleration as well. So you're not really struggling to outmaneuver your opponents at all. If anything, it's one of the best handling ships. I would actually argue that it is one of the better tier 6 destroyers, just because of how reliable its handling is. Also, because you have that secondary added bonus of having such a massive torpedo broadside to work with. You've seen, well, Zach, you've seen me play Icarus before, right? You know, you've seen my adventures with that ship, and well, I had my fair share of fun with it.
I never liked it. Probably
Iron Miss?
because I had the Gallant before this line was released, and I think the Gallant is just a better Icarus.
So I was going to ask if you guys noticed how this whole game Stevie's been just squished and he's super happy and chill. All right, well, you got the cap. You got the easy kill on that first destroyer, and then you took out the New York.
I
I'm
actually
actually
ignored the
surprised
cap
here
here.
seeing that replay. Why didn't you get that cap? Yeah.
I don't want the
killing
cap.
these. Prolonging the game by not getting the cap. Makes sense.
Yes.
The thing is, he was already sailing away from the New York when it died, so he'd have to turn all the way back around and get into the cap again.
He just had to stop and reverse. Would have taken me like 15 seconds to get back in.
So when I looked at the progress, I was like, our team is actually doing pretty well. We don't need B.
Better to go and farm instead. That's the SAT school of XP earning. You have a cat on you too, Cthulhu? Nice.
I think technically if I took the cap, I'd earn more EXP, but my PR would suffer, and we can't allow that to happen.
True.
God, I hate PR so much. It's such a dumb metric.
It is.
It's a dumb metric and an even dumber ship. Ah, yes. Here's a cruiser that doesn't have a citadel.
And it's
but it also
Wargaming's
has...
fault. All Wargaming would have to do is to display a proper amount of base XP and not their stupid inflated premium one. And you had something that would kind of reliably measure skill.
I agree with that.
Kai6, thank you for the follow.
It would still not be perfect, but base XP is pretty good to determine how good someone is.
And no, Stefano Tina, I am not selling Stevie. Sorry, he's not for sale. He's got a lot of knots in him, though. Yeah, you have knots in you, buddy. Well, thanks for sending that one in, SAT. That was a pretty entertaining replay, and I liked you being able to talk through your decision-making process, especially around B at the early part.
Mid-tier tends to be one of the harder transitions just because for new players, you start to see a lot of other players who know what they're doing. So I'm hoping, like maybe your gameplay won't be perfect, but at least you can learn a little bit from how other players play. And also don't beat that Mutsuki.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Silvabot, no worries. It's just a precaution put in place to prevent from bots and stuff. So, thanks for being patient. No, you're not eating Stevie. All right, so let's move on to our next replay. Actually.